Hello and welcome to another crochet tutorial. So today we are going to be working on the Jasmine Stitch. So you can see I'm working on the Jasmine Stitch squares. This is a beautiful stitch which I would say is advanced beginner to intermediate level, that creates beautiful texture, and it's actually much easier than it seems. So I'm going to be working in this beautiful olive green color today, and this is Brava from Crochet, which is a worsted weight yarn. Actually, all of my samples are in Brava, and I'm using 6mm crochet hook. So this little baby is from Furls. So to begin with, you will first make a slip knot and then chain one. So for foundation, we will not be working chains, but we will work foundation puff stitches. So first you will need to elongate the loop on the hook, so make it about perhaps this much. It depends on how big you want the flower pattern or the jasmine flower pattern be, and then you will yarn over and go into the chain, the first chain. You yarn over and pull up a loop. So you will try to pull up the loop to the height of the first loop, the first elongated loop, and then we will do it one more time. Yarn over, insert into the chain and pull up a loop. Okay, so that's one of the foundation puff stitches. We will now so this is the tricky bit we're going to do. So you yarn over the hook and you will hold on to the loop, because we are going to be working into it in a second. So you will then pull through all the loops on the hook, and you can see I'm still holding on to that loop with my fingers, with my thumb and my middle finger, and we are going to go into it now. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through two. So we just did a single stitch on the top of the puff. So that's one puff. So to work the next puff, you will elongate the loop and you will try to keep it similar size to the first one, and then yarn over and you go into the single crochet stitch that we've just done, and that's in the US term. If you are using the UK term, this would be double crochet. Pull up a loop and again yarn over into the single stitch and pull up a loop. Again, we're going to yarn over and we are holding onto that strand of yarn, go through the loops, and then a single crochet into the loop that we are holding on to. Okay, that's our second puff stitch or foundation puff stitch. Again, then you hold onto the strand of yarn, go through all of your 5 loops, insert, pull up a loop, and so on. So you will work on these foundation puff stitches for as many as your desired width of the project is. So for example, for my squares, I did 9 foundation puff stitches there. Okay, so the next step is then to work the turning puff, which is basically the same as the foundation puff. So we will make one more. So let's say I want to have a base of 3. So now I'm going to make one more, which will be my turning puff stitch. So it's the same, we make it the same way as we made the rest. And now this is, once I start working the next row, this 4th one is going to be sitting at 90-degree angle to the rest of the foundation puff stitches, so it's going to sit like that. So what we do is we will elongate the loop as before. We yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop. So that's the same principle, But now we are also going to be working into these spaces or the single crochets in the next 2 puff stitches. So this is what I mean is, you yarn over, you'll go into the next space between the puff stitches or the single crochet that sits there, yarn over and pull up a loop, then into again, yarn over into the space and pull up a loop, and you are trying to pull up the loops which will be similar height, okay, which is essential for your rows to be even and for the stitches to be the same, okay. And then we will repeat it into the next space. So we'll yarn over, go into the next space and pull up a loop, yarn over, go into the next space and pull up a loop. Now at this point you've got 13 loops on your hook, and yes, we are going to go through all of those. So, and you are also going to be holding onto the strands of yarn as for the foundation puff stitches. So you yarn over and holding on to the strand of yarn. It helps if the hook is facing down, for you to be able to go through all of those loops like that, and then work single crochet into the strand of yarn that you are holding on to, like so. So now you can already see how the 4th puff stitch that we've done is basically kind of turned the corner, and it's now at 90 degrees to the foundation stitches. And to work the next puff stitch, you will repeat the same process. So you will elongate the loop, go and yarn over, work into the space or into the single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, then go yarn over and pull up a loop once more into the same space, and then we're going to work into the next 2 spaces. So that's here and here. So yarn over, insert the hook and pull up a loop, yarn over, insert the hook into the space and pull up a loop, get some more yarn, then you go again, yarn over, insert the hook into the space, pull up a loop, and so on. We've got our 13 loops again. Yarn over, hold on to the strand of yarn with your fingers and go through all of your loops like so. Work single crochet into the strand of yarn that you're holding on to, like so. And then once more. So once you are at the end of the row, it works exactly the same way. So I will start working my loops here, and then loops, I will work loops into the next space and then into the very first chain that I made when I've started the swatch. So let's do that. So we elongate the loop, yarn over, insert the hook into the space, pull up a loop once more. That we will do that into the next space and into the very first chain that we've made when we've started this project, like so. Yarn over and pull through all loops and single crochet into the strand of yarn, like so. So that's the first row. Then we turn our project and we will work the first puff. So that's the one that is going to create the edge on the right hand side. So we will elongate the loop, yarn over, insert into the first space, do that again. So that's just 5 loops, and then we created the first puff. Work single crochet into the strand of yarn that you were holding, and now we will work the Jasmine stitches. Like so. And I'm going to do the next 2 stitches so you can see how the stitch pattern is building up. And so once you work your foundation puff stitches, it's essentially a 1 row repeat. The pain point in this stitch pattern is to make sure that you're pulling up your loops approximately to the same height, and also working through all of those 13 loops. So as you can see, I've got my first little jasmine flowers here already. So that's the pain point, but I think it evens out with the fact that you've got beautiful textured stitch. And now we are going to be working on the end of the row. We're going to be working into this loop here. So basically there was the loop or the stitch that closed the previous row. Okay, so we've got the first 5 loops from the top of the jasmine, then from the middle, and now we are going to go into this stitch here. Okay, and work through the loops and close it with a single crochet and turn around. So basically we work into the single stitches that close up the loops. So that's what we did at the end of the row here. And again, then you would turn around and work your first path, and then work those full jasmine stitches. Okay, so I hope you find this useful. I think this stitch is amazing for blankets and throws. I would even perhaps make winter accessories with these, like hats and scarves, which would be amazing. I can also imagine some other home decor items made with this, or maybe little scrubbies in cotton yarn. So yes, there's lots of possibilities for this stitch. It's a beautiful stitch. And once you get past the some of the more difficult elements of this, I think it's very enjoyable stitch to work, because it's essentially one row repeat. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stitch tutorial, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.